This video will show you how to put together your Fastserv units for quick and easy assembly. You need to gather together your tools and accessories like this. 13mm socket and 13mm spanner, soft mallet. Please refer to your drawing or diagram and lay out your cabinets according to the diagram. This will help you in your assembly when we bolt them all together. After laying out your cabinets as per your diagram, you need to turn them onto their backs. Take care when you do this, particularly when there's a modular cup tube. This protrudes at the back, so lay it down gently. And then all the other cabinets, lay them down as well on their backs. Get assistants to do this. Some of them may be heavy. The cabinets are now all lying on their backs. This is now revealing the threaded holes where we need to bolt our connecting plates to and legs. You take one leg channel, 1 foot reinforcing plate, place over the holes and screw into the threaded holes in the base of the units. There are 8 screws to put in here. Now that we've assembled all the joining plates and the leg plates, we then take a leg, and to make them uniform, we adjust them all to 150mm. Check, and then screw on to the leg plate. Like so. Right. Having completed the assembly of the front service counter with legs and channels, we now move on to the rear service counter, which we're going to assemble in exactly the same way as the front one, except end cabinets will have long channels. These will go on to support underneath the front counter, which we'll explain later. Right, we've fitted all the leg channels now and tightened them all up, except for the end ones. To make it easier to fit to the front cabinets, we leave these just slightly slack so that the channel moves. We've now installed long channels, short channels, legs to the whole assembly. We're now going to fit these clips, joining clips, to the tops of the cabinets. With an assistant, we're now going to install the joining clips just here. Your assistant will hold this together so they're perfectly aligned. Place the clip over the slot and tap home with your hammer. This makes a good firm joint so the cabinets are solid together. You go down to the bottom and repeat. Like so. Okay, lovely. All right. Now, having installed all the clips into the units, we're now going to stand them up and join the 2 units together, front and rear. So with this, you need some assistance. You that, you that. Ready?
Ready?
And up she goes. Okay.
No. Yeah, it will be actually. Yeah.
Now the front units. To gain access to the rear of the Fastserv cabinet, we have at the rear a removable back panel. This can be removed should you need access for plumbing, electricity, etc. All you need is a pair of snips. It's accessible from the front of the cabinet, 4 small divots, or from the rear. Like so. Right, now the 2 units are close together. We're now going to join them together by bringing the rear section over to the front. Okay. To approximately 100mm. Use the panel as a gauge to judge the gap, which should be around about 100mm. That's within 5mm. You're a little bit wide there. Spot on. Having brought the front and the rear units together, we now need to bolt the long channel on here. To help you do this, it can be beneficial to use a mirror, place underneath, and you can see the holes and that they're lined up. At this stage, don't extend the leg to 150, just leave it loose and screwed in, giving you room to place it underneath.
Just finish off explaining what you're doing here.
Right, now the legs are on loosely, with all the bolts lined up and engaged, we now finally tighten up all the screws. And then repeat this process at the other end. End infill panels. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tongues. These locate in slots at the inside edge of the cabinets. And then just push them in and press them down till they locate. Large end infill panel, again 6 tongues to be located in the slots. Engage the bottom first. And press down. Use a spirit level to check the level of the cabinets. Go all the way round. and across. If not level, screw the legs down or up according to which way it wants to go, but make sure that when you finish levelling, all the feet are in contact with the floor. The Fastserv assembly is now nearing completion, but before we fit the worktops or any equipment, this is the time for you to consider fitting plumbing or electrics that may be required. All these need to be installed by competent and qualified engineers. For convenience, services, i.e. plumbing, electrics, can be routed in the channel at the rear of the cabinets. We're now going to fit the worktops. We do this by using adhesive. Spread across the tops of the cabinets like so, all the way round. Whilst the silicone is still wet, we're now going to fit the worktop. Make sure you've got help. And carefully place on the top. No, we're not on there yet, Thomas. You've got to come over this way. Okay. Drop it.
Drop it?
Drop it. Do be careful of your fingers when you're doing this operation. Make sure you have plenty of help. Right, where applicable and an upstand is fitted, this is located on the top of the work surface and screwed through to the brackets which are bolted to the rear of the cabinets. So using the 6mm bolts, tighten up before we fit the back panel here. There is provision for electrics to come through, so once that's been wired and approved by your electrical man, you then fit the back panel. Obviously, in this instance, with sockets both sides would have to be wired first. And using the self-locating screws, fit them all round and tighten up.